Scott Narver, big news. Naomi is pregnant.
Oh my God, Jake Lloyd Bacon. It's a mystery who did it.
No, I don't think it's a mystery. Did she's married? She's married to one of the Usos. I believe it was her husband.
Right, but she said the bloodline will continue, so it could have been anyone from the bloodline.
Yeah, but I don't know why it would be anybody other than her husband.
Doesn't Jey Uso always say 4 letters, one word?
Yeah, I don't.
What does that mean?
I think you're thinking of a word that rhymes with that. I don't think it's that.
Skeet.
Yeah, exactly.
It could have been. Oh my God, it could have been Rikishi because he did it for The Rock.
What does The Rock have stakes in this?
He got John Cena's soul. He can make anything happen.
You know what? You got a fair point there.
Naomi pregnant and more today on Pro Wrestling Palskis.
Hey, Scott Narver.
Hey, Jake Lloyd Bacon.
There he is. Hello to everybody.
When you did
joining
your
us.
recording stuff, that's what started all this nonsense. You jumbled up the internets.
I broke the interwebs. The interwebs are broken, but not broken enough for us to not be streaming live via the super exclusive patron-only live stream. Hey, listen, if you're listening to the main feed and you're like, I want to see these idiots and call them dumb in real time, you can do that. It only costs you $5.
Yeah.
You can do it multiple times a month.
We keep it at a low price and we stay on the same network. Oh, stories to come about that.
Well, let's see. If we do 4 episodes, sometimes depending on the month, there might be 5 lives. That's $1 per telling us we're dumb fucks to our faces. That's a good deal.
Yeah. Do you realize how much more it costs to date us to do that?
We must acknowledge a current PWP champ, Gilbert Short, record-setting Pro Wrestling Palskis world champion. Will defend that title next week. If you'd like to challenge for that title, have your name thrown in the ring, you can only do so over there on the Patreon, patreon.com/PW Palskis for the entire year. As we've mentioned, $5 measly bucks, $2,025.
That's right. The measlier, the better.
Mass Llama says he just called the hotline. It was rambling and incoherent. So you have that to look forward to. If you're a fan of rambling and incoherence, and if you're listening to this show, you must be.
Yeah, I must be.
Scott, what's going on? How's everything?
In
wrestling.
Oh.
Worse? Same response?
No, it's difficult currently.
Okay.
As things go in the personal life, but getting by.
Okay.
It's just, I think the big hurdle at the moment is, as much as I'd like there to be more routine and more things I can count on, I really can't. So I just have to kind of change my mindset for that. That's easier said than done. And overall, just finding energy without being a coffee guy.
You mean it's 5:18 right now, and I'm drinking a tall cuppa, so I totally get it.
I don't know, but I don't want to. I don't think you do get it because
I've given it. Yeah, no, you're trying to not be me.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to be reliant on a substance. I've gone 45 years on not doing it, where it's like, yeah, I'll have caffeine or so, like I'll have a Coke just for the taste and for the taste of it.
A little vanilla Coke.
Regular Coke. And
I thought that's
but I'll plot it out. Be like, well, if I take it at this time, am I going to be up later? Or I'm taking it for a little bit of show energy, and because I'm going to try and work on a project later on tonight. So that's the purpose of taking it.
Right.
Otherwise, like, not just the daily, like, well, I need my morning one.
Right.
And I need an afternoon one to just function. Like, so I always try to avoid being that. And it's getting more difficult.
Yeah, I I feel like coffee is a weird thing because I don't know that it's the energy thing for me as much as it's an emotional comfort thing. Like I think it's more about neurodivergency with me than it is about anything, where there's something about like my coffee that is kind of like a reset button, or that's like settling or easing. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like I when I'm like I just now we're doing this in the early evening. It's later than we much. Much later than we usually do it. And I had a meeting this afternoon. It was super fucking hot outside, and I kind of had like a rushed morning before the meeting. And I got back and I just knew like, all right, I'm going to sit down. We're going to do Palskis. I kind of need to like reset. And I'm like, that's why I wanted my coffee. And I was like, there was still some in the pot. Alexandra made an afternoon pot. Whenever that happens, she always makes too much. And so then I'm like, well, I don't want to be wasteful. Might as well finish off the pot. So I threw it in my little thermos one here, so it kept it hot.
Sure.
And so like, yeah, for me, I don't know. It's not that I didn't have the energy to do this. In fact, it's almost like I needed to calm down. I needed to settle. I don't know. Maybe none of that
I heard
makes sense.
Kumail Nanjiani
Yes.
had an interesting little tidbit that he had shared. That he had said something that'll really change up your day. And he like stood by this. I thought it was a bit at first, but he's like, no. Change your socks midday.
Yeah, I've heard this.
I had not. This was not familiar to me.
This,
even though it's too hot right now and I'm wearing sandals. But the idea of like if you're out and about and it's not for the sake of having sweaty feet,
no,
or stinky feet. It's about it'll just feel different. It'll feel refreshing, and it'll just change your energy and change your mood, kind of. So
the first time I ever heard that, it's a version of that. It's not just the socks though. There's a director, and I can't think of who it is, but there's a well-known director who in the middle of every day changes his socks and shoes.
Roman Polanski, and I think it's his underwear.
God damn it. It's like apparently it's just this great like emotional reset for the day, and it just makes you feel like things are anew, even though they're not. Like it's just this like weird emotional reset button. But yeah, I love that. I'm all about that idea.
I think it'd be that guy with showers if I didn't feel so wasteful in California. Like if California was, we got water for days, it's fine, don't worry about it. It's like, oh, a shower is a wonderful reset button, but it's like if you take multiple showers in the day, it's you're gonna get a knock on the door, and California's just gonna be like, hey.
So just make the afternoon your only one. Just be a stinky all day long until your afternoon shower.
Can't do it.
No?
Can't do it. That's hard.
I do that in the summers a lot, where I'm just like, I know I'm going to be a sweaty ass at 3 p.m. anyway, so that's when I'll just take my shower, and then I'll be nice and cool for the evening.
That's why Alexander insisted on a 2-story house.
Listen, out of the two of us, she's the stinky one, okay?
Oh, shit.
She knows it.
Whoa.
She knows it. This ain't news, baby. This ain't news.
Yeah, but now it's public.
She's
out there in the world news, and nothing gets deleted on the internet.
She thinks it's not fair. It's because she comes from like a Nordic, Icelandic type person, and I'm like from Sicily, like the hottest people in Italy, the hottest climate. And so she thinks that like natively, I'm just like, I could be sweaty, but not stinky. And she's like, she's like, we're not meant to sweat. Like sweat was not supposed to be part of the equation of our biology. And I'm like, all right, I can buy that. I'll buy that genetics.
Okay. Well, now you've taken down a whole people.
Yeah. Screw you, people from those areas.
There you go.
All right. Well, I think we put off talking about wrestling long enough. What's going on in the world?
I know. I want to read what Matt Salama said in the chat. Is this why You, Me, and 30 Other Men was canceled? Too stinky?
No, it wasn't canceled. It's back. We just put out 4 episodes, and we got more coming next week.
The stink is on.
The stink is on. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun.
Well, good for you guys, and good for the network. Hey, Tim Redbeard's here.
Wait a minute. Tim Redbeard says he was having some birthday cake. Is it your birthday, Tim Redbeard? Or were you having cake of somebody else?
Fishing for compliments. Jesus.
Is it?
I'm talking about Tim.
Is it? Yeah. That it is vague. It is a weird way to put that.
Just having some birthday cake. Just celebrating another year. Just putting that out there.
Tim Redbeard turns 40 today. Happy birthday,
Holy shit.
Tim Redbeard. welcome to the 40 Club. Are your knees already in pain? Because mine were halfway through my 40th birthday. I went, oh, okay, I'm 40 now. Wow, big 4-0.
Wow.
Spending it
And
with
you
the
know what? No
Palskis.
profile picture. Clearly he looks it, if not more.
What is it the Punk logo? I can't make it out. It's kind of small.
Oh, because your eyes are terrible because you're over 40.
I'm getting new glasses. By the time we record next, I should have new glasses. Oh, I hope so. They might take a little longer to come in.
Well, happy birthday, Tim Redbeard, you old bastard.
Yes.
But we are going on to the news and what is happening in the world of wrestling.
What happened for Tim's birthday, Scott?
For Tim's birthday on Monday Night Raw, Naomi came out and showed a clip of What's Your Story podcast with Stephanie McMahon that dropped immediately after Raw. It was there that she and husband Jimmy Uso announced that they are expecting their first child together. Naomi said the locker room had her husband to thank because otherwise she was going to spend the next year putting them down on the ground.
Oh, that's a fun. I like that twist. That's a fun way to pro wrestling announce your pregnancy as champion.
She got to stand behind a man though. Like he was going to do this.
Standing in front of it.
He's making me stay home. Well then, Jimmy, you better get a better spot on the card because Naomi's doing better than you currently. So it's really going to hurt if they're just relying on your income, buddy.
Is this only the second ever world champ women to leave because she's pregnant?
Say that in a more dyslexic way.
Is this only the second time a world champ, parentheses, women? Sometimes I speak with parentheses, but I don't say them. Is that the problem?
It's not good when you hang out with Yoda and he goes, "What the fuck say you are?"
You know what I'm asking. I'm not going to repeat myself.
I hope so.
I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm not going to fucking give you that.
I like that you said, I'm not going to repeat myself twice. As far as I know, that yes, a female champion and having to forfeit a title because she is pregnant. I only know Becky Lynch and her.
Becky
could it have happened in the Indies, something like that?
Sure. Right. Becky lucked out. Becky's timing was impeccable. Naomi's seems a little bit less.
Yeah, because she had a COVID baby.
Exactly. She was like, "Hey, I'm gonna leave for all of this. I'm like for the wrestling,
fuck this.
wrestling in the screens, and I'm gonna go fucking be a mom. Peace out, and see you when I get back."
Yeah,
what
initially seemed like, what are you doing? You got to stick around. Like you're the hottest you've ever been. What are you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that would all worked out.
Right. So did Naomi give her title to Asuka as well?
I don't think so.
No.
That would just be then a curse of like, you're never going to have a child. Take this.
Oh, jeez. Right.
She continued saying, but on the bright side, the bloodline will continue. She ended the promo by putting the title on the ground and said she would be back in 9 months, even if she had to return breastfeeding with her child in her arm.
Love that.
She advised whoever will be champion when she returns to proceed with caution.
See,
like the tape that she has on.
It is a little bit of a bummer, if only that I feel like she was finally starting to kind of hit a stride as a heel. And now
this new character was really something to really take it off.
Yeah, and now she's gonna come back as a huge baby face. Like the second when she comes back, it does not matter. She is a massive baby face. New mom, it's Naomi. She was champion. She never lost her title. Everybody's gonna be like, "Yep, that's the one."
And it'll be like, "Yeah, but I'm still like proceed with caution." People are like, "Yay!"
Yeah,
and then 2 months later, like, where'd her edge go? Like, she's just not.
Do you think
mean like she was?
You think she comes back with the old original music, the dance glow song when she returns after pregnancy? No, you think she's going to come back with the metal song, the heel version?
So many of those songs are just gone.
Oh,
that they don't pull them anymore in this TKO land that we live in.
Yeah, but that's her tune. I can't imagine they would ever lose that, like the rights to it. I mean,
her tune, like she mixed it.
No, that's her singing. That's her song. That one. That's. I'm a
May Zane.
Yeah, that's her. That was one of her tracks, dog. It dropped.
She has tracks?
She dropped that track, dog. Dropped that.
Mickey James
single.
has tracks.
She got dropped that single.
She did that all on her. There's no like the dollar sign guy.
I don't think the dollar sign guy, $1 Million Man. No, I don't think it had anything to do with it.
Wait, Virgil didn't drop the beat?
Drop the bag. And he said,
He never did that.
Eventually he did. Eventually he was like, I'm fucking sick of this. Good for you. That's what I said.
No, that's what the Reaper did to him.
The Reaper?
Yeah, the grim one.
Oh, I see. I thought it was a wrestling character that Are you trying to look at some?
I know Billy B's involved in it. That's what I just found out with their Glow song. But it's a little difficult to find out at the moment. I don't know, but this is news to me. But I don't follow who all does their own music, because I always like to think, for a lot of them, oh, it sounds like the wrestler singing. That's fun.
Tim Redburn in chat. This conversation sounds like a deleted scene from the latest Naked Gun movie. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because it wasn't good enough to make it in the movie.
Fucking
that's
hilarious.
What he's saying.
Because he's saying it's really funny. Chili dogs.
Chili dogs with a. I hope it's with a W.
You didn't see the Naked Gun. You just revealed yourself.
No, I did not see that. I thought you meant Chili Dogs was the name of the company, or the name of the musician that did the song with Naomi.
Well, what are you going to do? Are you going to start a tournament? How are you going to get the second one of two women's titles on someone to make sure that they're one of two of the greatest living champions?
My guess is that they just make it because she faced, if I'm not mistaken, Io and Rhea.
What do you do?
I would just have a title match between Io and Rhea. Be like, you guys are the number one contenders. You were the number one contenders at the last pay-per-view, the last big show. Naomi beat the two of you. She's not here. You two now have rights to fight for the title, being as the two losers. You're the two best losers we've got. That to me makes the most sense. Tournaments, fine, but I feel like they've lost their fun over the years. There's just so many goddamn tournaments. Especially we just did Queen of the Ring not that long ago, so it seems like another one. I don't know. That's what I would do. I would just put those two in a match and be like, you were the last number one contenders, so have at it.
I like it.
What would you do?
Oh, I'd hire Vince Russo to make sure that we get all the fine details hammered out, but I'd have a over-the-top pregnant battle royal.
Okay.
And just have every WWE superstar that is married to someone within the company that's also under contract. It's like also a live sex celebration.
Okay.
And
wait, hang on a second. But wait, can you go back?
Everyone just pounds it out in the ring.
Before the sex celebration, you said everybody who's an over-the-top rope, everybody who's...
no ropes.
Oh, okay. But is it men wrestling on behalf of their pregnant wives, or do you want the pregnant women wrestling?
No, it's a over the top battle royal.
Oh, it's just over the top, or is it the?
So all competitors start in the ring at the same time.
This is and
it's all about who can get unpregnant the fastest.
Okay, that seems highly problematic.
Whoever's the most not pregnant in what's it take, like 10 weeks or so, they become women's champion.
Wow. I don't think...
And then all the other ones who are pregnant are disqualified, but they could put in another battle royal later when Naomi comes back, and they all get to then compete for number one contendership.
Okay, I just want to say I don't think that's really going to fly with Vince Russo.
Oh, the babies would be under contract
with Vince Russo.
Delivered.
I think Vince Russo, it's not going to be raunchy enough for him. He thinks it's going to be too tame. He's going to be like, bro, what is this, boring? What is this, Teletubbies, bro?
He's going to go, what? That's not how babies are made, bro. They're storks.
Wait, how would he say that word again?
Storks.
All right, I'll take it. I'll accept it. It's offensive, and you shouldn't do that. It's offensive to my people, but you know what? I'll give you the pass.
Oh, you're non-sweaty people? Fuck you.
Yeah.
You are excited for this then because...
Okay, thanks for telling me.
Because your people love things that are forbidden because of the mafia. Forbidden Door won't be the last AEW show the United Kingdom hosts in 2025. After Tony Khan teased the AEW could return Earlier than expected, the promotion has confirmed that it will be back in the UK for 2 shows before the end of the year. An episode of AEW Collision will take place from Cardiff, Wales on Saturday, December 13th. Dynamite will then be held in Manchester, England on Wednesday, December 17th. Utilia Arena was hosting the Collision event, while Co-op Live will be the venue for Dynamite, and ticket presale will be September 1st, prior to tickets going on sale to the general public on September 5th. And I got a feeling they'll be more affordable than another wrestling promotions tickets. So if you want to go see live wrestling over in the UK, it's probably a good way to do it.
Well, that seems exciting for the UK AEW fans.
Because Forbidden Door happened today, hours ago.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah, so I know there wasn't enough time to really thumb through all that to see what the news was.
Was there anything on that you're aware of that you were interested in?
See previous comment.
Oh, okay. So you didn't even know. I didn't know if there was something you were just aware of through the past couple of weeks of build up or anything like that.
No, I mean, whatever the fallout is today, I know Edge and Christian wrestled in a tag team match together. I know there's probably 1 or 2 no disqualification bloody affairs of some kind. I'm going to go out on a limb and say at least 2 people are injured from the show. And
that's a fun game. We used to play the pay-per-view games for WWE, where you guess. That's how you do it for AEW. One of the major point bonuses is how many people get injured. And it's got to be closest without going over, right? That's got to be because otherwise it's just going to be 20. And yeah, there's a good possibility 20 people can get injured.
Yeah, and that was just one of the pre-show matches where they had a 20-person mixed tag match.
Mass Llama in the chat with some information, dropping some news. Wardlow returned. And yes, the main event was a bloody mess from what I heard. So apparently Mass Llama listened to it. He listened to the show.
On the radio.
Yeah, old time Ramio. Ramio?
Ramio.
Yeah,
Tamina.
Sam. It's when Sam Raimi does a radio show. It's called Ramio. Sam Ramio.
Tamimia.
What was that comment earlier about incoherent? Oh, boy.
John Cena's in-ring career officially has less than 4 months remaining. It was already known that Cena would be retiring from the ring this December. A date for his retirement match has now been set.
Oh, wow.
With it scheduled to take place on December 13th edition of Saturday night's main event.
Oh, wow. So I was like, what the hell's happening in December? That's a big enough deal, but that's fun. One of their
Christmas.
You know what? That's a really good thing too, because it's a Peacock exclusive, right? Or is it also on NBC live? I can't remember.
It's both. Yeah. It's
okay. Gotcha. So then, yeah. Then that's even better then. Network television, as many people can tune into it. It's the biggest of all of the many places that WWE is these days. That's the one that's probably going to be the easiest to find without paying.
With Goldberg sitting there watching it like this.
He's not
going to cut his fucking mic.
He's not showing up.
What are you going to do?
He's not showing up at all.
No, he's not showing up, but
yeah,
because they don't have a seat for him.
Right.
You know about that whole thing, right?
No.
Sidetrack everybody. There was comments from Bret Hart about SummerSlam that he got invited to the event to attend. And then it's hey, we want to show you on camera showing up and being there. And when he got there and he showed up for whatever night it was that they wanted to come out and do that, they told him, we don't have a seat for you.
In the audience?
Yeah.
So what?
So the eye roll that Bret gives to Triple H is now so much more beyond valid.
What is he supposed to do then? Did they just not do it? I don't remember. Did they just not?
I think that's what Bret's kind of reaction was of why the fuck did I show up here?
Why am I here? I don't want to watch this shit.
He made public comments of oh yeah, you have a buddy for you have seats for your buddy Kevin Nash, but you don't have a seat for me. Got it.
Ooh, shots fired.
Well, Nash then made a statement going Bret, no, they don't have a seat for me either.
Okay.
He said the last time he went and saw Taker sitting at a monitor and watching, and they didn't have a fucking seat for him, and he was visibly pissed. He's same thing happened to me, Bret. He's no.
Seems like the click has clacked.
Yeah. So that's
mean,
a whole
I
like,
guess
additional thing on top of like how shitty things are and the backstage side of stuff for WWE
Right.
or my whole big theme that we'll be talking about here is consideration, where it's like
Okay.
you had someone come out and you want to do the presentation like, hey, Brett's here and we're honoring those of the past and however they're tying it into SummerSlam, but then when the fucking guy shows up, probably they flew him out, sure, but still the time away from family or whatever the fuck else he wants to do. And then they go, sorry. You booked me and then you're not even going to use me in the way that you wanted to book me?
I guess here's the question. And neither of it is a good situation, but in trying to think of the possible reasons, did that seat get sold? Did they make money on a seat? Or did H just fucking like give it to like some Netflix exec's kid? Do you know what I mean? Like, was that just a seat that was used for schmoozy shit? Because it's usually not the good ones. I say good, but just the ones that are like opposite hard cam. It's usually the ones that are given away. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Those are usually held for friends and family or press or things like that. But that was in the before times. I truly don't know anymore. Because we saw for like Netflix Raw, they did put execs there.
Sure.
But on the regular end, when they're not allowing press to have these seats anymore. Like, I don't know. I don't know who gets those seats now. I don't know if they are selling them or if they're just giving them to bigger, higher powered people. And then the occasional times where we do still see people on camera that have certain seats. I can't say for certain. It's, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, sorry, Brett.
But we do know John Cena's retiring at Saturday night's main event.
That's a fun event to retire at. And it's like, there's a part of me that's actually, I guess it's more than a part of me. It's just my whole thought process right now is I kind of commend Cena if he had. Cena doesn't seem like the kind of guy who's going to like make strong demands. He seems like he just does whatever people tell him to. That's why he's been able to have a career so fucking long. But I could see a person like Cena in the position he is as one of the biggest names of all time being like, I'm don't fucking Saturday Night Main Event. Fuck you. Like I want to be Mania or a big thing, like making a big
want to do our
deal.
December show,
Sure.
Whatever
Extreme
one that is.
Rules,
that is
I think. No.
Steeped in tradition. It used to be TLC for a long time, but
oh, right. But yeah, anyways, like you get what I'm saying.
Like a nostalgic guy back in the day, he watched Saturday Night's Main Event. Like what a fun feather in the cap. Like you said, they're certainly going to format that show way the fuck beforehand, unlike Goldberg's show.
Oh yeah. I mean, and I happen to have the same question I have for every single match at Saturday Night's Main Event. Is Jesse going to call it? Because that's what's going to get me to tune in. I want Jesse Ventura to call Cena's last match and go, now why is he landing on his ass for the entire thing?
He's not even gripping him hard.
Yeah.
That's his submission? You can't tap out to that phony shit.
Yeah. Well, that's fun. Everybody knows when it's going to happen now. We all know when you're going to die.
The benefit that he has is if he needs more promo time, that whatever they have slated for the rest of the year, like they can certainly go, we know we're going to have this and you can do the big farewell speech. We can have a whole episode centered around you, but like the last match that will occur can be that Saturday Night's Main Event. And whatever happens off air is like, they're in a better situation than the Goldberg one where they fuck that up and they go, well, he's only here for the night. So what do we do?
Right.
We have to get it all in this night because he's not going to show up again a week later and go, I like to say some words.
Right. And also we still have his Hall of Fame speech, whenever that is, so, which I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, John, come on, this year, like it makes sense. You just retired. Like everybody's still talking. You just finished. I could see him being like, yeah, I'm leaving for a reason. I have shit I want to go do. So maybe it's a year, but I don't think it's going to be that long before he's inducted in there. That's also, since it is fairly soon, another big opportunity for him to have all of that.
I would think he holds out a little bit.
I would like to think he would want to, but also I don't think he says no to a lot of shit.
I think he does if there's more business involved. Like if he potentially sees like, I got a window of this rides high for another 3 years.
Right.
and I'll wait for that third year for the paycheck, or I'll just wait every year because it's not going to sell that many crazy tickets if he then goes in the Hall of Fame next year and does a speech. It's like, yeah, we just saw you.
Right. I get it. Yeah.
And plus, until they change it from like, oh, you'll just be at the end of SmackDown. Like, no, fuck that. I don't want to do that.
Right.
Go on a ropeless ring. Like, fuck. No, thanks. Just bouncing around, telling my speech.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, it's crazy to think 4 months and John's gone.
John's gone, but The Peacemaker is on now. Season 2, available on HBO Max.
We didn't watch the first episode yet.
Neither have I. I'm still, I've tried some weekly television again.
Yeah.
And it is difficult.
I understand.
From being a not binge guy to being like, well, I want to watch the next thing right now because I can.
Right.
And this is where we're going to get into some talk of, I have issues with this, but we'll see. Let's get into it. WWE will soon finish up its PLE commitments with Peacock, paving the way for the shows to move to ESPN earlier than expected. WWE will fill its quota for Peacock PLEs with the August 31st Clash in Paris event. After that, all future WWE PLEs will be through ESPN. It was announced earlier this month that WWE and ESPN reached a 5-year deal moving forward that was supposed to be starting in 2026. Now it looks like the first ESPN PLE will be its September 20th show in Indianapolis that was just announced recently, WWE WrestlePalooza. So let's just take that first chunk right here and deal with that.
So that's next month.
Yeah.
Wow. That's like happening right now. That's practically today. Next month is practically today. Oh, shit. Okay. So bye-bye Peacock.
Yeah.
Or anything except the Saturday Night's Main Event, because that's an NBC exclusive.
And the current catalog of everything else of WWE
is that also
on Peacock.
That's also going with it. So the network is leaving Peacock as well.
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, that's what I was asking. Okay, I get it. Okay, great.
No, this is all split up into many, many places and going to cost you many, many monies. And I'm still not entirely convinced that the whole, hey, if you have cable, you're good. You just turn on ESPN Plus. You got the app and it's all fine. Like, I still think there's when it sounds like you have to pay a premium charge to have access to that.
Yeah, you might have access to that app with your cable, but not to the live events, the premium live events. Kind of similar to how, for a while, was it Netflix was testing like, yeah, or maybe it was Disney Plus, I think, where it was like, oh, you have access to Disney Plus, but right now I think they did a Black Widow like that, right? You can view Black Widow at home right now for $20 or whatever it is. And it's like,
no, well, I'll tell you specifically, it was Black Widow and Mulan, 2 movies that were starring women, in which they charged $30 to own it on a platform that didn't sell movies,
right,
and didn't have any sense of ownership. It didn't connect to anything else.
Got it.
The retailers like Movies Anywhere,
sure,
or something, where
Ultraviolet or whatever those ones are called. Yeah.
It was like, you would just own it on Disney Plus.
Like,
but there's no precedent for this. And it's like, aren't you just going to be showing it anyway eventually?
Right.
Yeah, but you can buy it now for $30. And then we also don't give residuals to our stars or our crew because there's no precedent for it. So it's not in the contracts. And how would we even know how to do that? And that's why Scarlett Johansson is not in the Marvel movies anymore.
Yes.
And the lady who was in Mulan probably went, I guess this is my big break. So I guess I'll have to say yes and just roll over on this. So I don't think it's even quite like that. Okay. I think it's an unlocked tier for the majority of things that if you want to have these interconnected, that you have to pay an additional thing. So those who are excited that it's just like a switch over, I'm not convinced until it happens.
Yeah. And it's also not part of the Disney Plus Hulu ESPN package, because that's what I have.
Gotcha.
It's not, because this app isn't ESPN Plus, if I'm not mistaken. It's a different app from that. Or it's a premium service inside that app as well. I mean, at this point now I'm just
right.
But you get what I'm trying to say.
Everyone's going to find out when WrestlePalooza hits.
Yes.
And then that's when it'll be a clear cut. Oh, you got to do this now.
Right. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot with my ESPN Plus that I currently have. That's how I watch hockey during hockey season. And like, that's how there's a couple. I do enjoy that service when I remember that I have it. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh, because there's a lot of good documentaries on there, sports documentaries, lots of good stuff on there. And I just forget it's there until hockey season rolls around and I want to watch it. But I'll give it a shot with that. And if it doesn't work, I don't got it.
I got to say, from my perspective, like it just really sucks when there's just this real lack of consideration on WWE's part, making the announcement of, hey, we're doing a deal. We're going to go to ESPN, but we're going in 2026. So at that time, financially, you got to figure it out, like how you're going to do this and roll. And for the meantime, if you got Peacock and everything, you're good. You're covered here. And that's what you got. And then to go, you know what? We just fucking changed our mind immediately. Like, we made an announcement, but clearly we've just pushed this forward and moved this forward. We're now, the greed machine has taken precedent, and we're charging you immediately. So maybe there's a bunch of people that signed up for a year's worth of Peacock, like January to January or something like that, or where they have budgeted it out and knowing,
now it's 3.
All right, well, we got our show there.
3 months
we're
without
not going to pay
an
additional thing until that switches over. And then financially, we're going to figure it out.
And the irony there is that the complaints would be to Peacock, not to WWE. Like, if you paid for that and you wanted to make a stink of it, you would write Peacock and be like, hey, I subscribed for this thing that's not there anymore. And Peacock is just going to give you a shrug emoji.
Like, hey, check out Saturday Night's Main Event and old SmackDowns.
Right. By the way, I did hear that I said Peacock like I was from Boston there. I don't know why that happened.
Like you're a stock?
Yo, I got this NPC Peacock. Tim Redbeard says, have you mentioned the reported ticket prices for WrestlePalooza? And they wrote WrestlePalooza. See what they did there?
Yeah, I like it. That's the next part of the equation of consideration be damned on behalf of WWE. I had heard what it was, and I had to look it up to see for myself, because at the time what I heard was for WrestlePalooza, a show that has never happened in WWE's history. WrestlePalooza was an ECW show previously.
I was going to say, I thought this was an ECW thing.
But at the time of this announcement, like there's no history of the two having a connection. It's not like we revived, I think of like like if they actually said like King of the Ring, right? That show is coming back. This is the
equivalent of War Games. Yay, they're bringing that back. Wait, from a company that they bought. Yeah. I mean, I guess it makes sense in that sense. It makes sense in that WWE is ECW now. And so that tracks, but I get it.
But there's still nothing to it. There's no
nostalgia bait that they're,
there's no connection to it. It's not an ECW themed show. There's no matches advertised. There's assumptions of, it'll probably be Brock Cena, but nothing is advertised. Nothing is said for sure that Cena will wrestle on the show. It's going to be a title match on the show. Nothing. But ticket prices and tickets went on sale. Okay. This was the AEW move previously where they just went, hey, you know what?
You're going to want to be there.
You're going to want to be there. So we're just going to charge a shitload of money. Right. And here are the tickets.
When did they go on sale? I hope it was
probably last week.
Oh, I was going to say, I hope it was like the day before SmackDown and someone was like, I can't wait to see my favorite wrestler, Naomi, at WrestlePalooza.
She'll be sitting with Bret Hart in the crowd. I had heard that third row tickets on the floor were $3,000.
Okay. It's a lot of money. So that's how much.
I looked it up, and they indeed are. And some front row tickets are $5,000.
Okay.
Some front row tickets are $6,000.
It's a lot of money.
For a show, again, that has no history, nothing advertised.
I mean, it's late stage capitalism, baby. Like things are going to increasingly become not for ordinary people until it collapses.
I don't know who these fans are. I truly don't. Like everyone I know in the world of, let's start it from like the AfterBuzz TV of the people that were doing press in some way or like affiliated with the wrestling world, maybe in the indies, and they're just like trying to catch their break. All those people that I know that used to occasionally go to shows because they got a comp or something like that, or they got a hookup or would buy a ticket on occasion, they don't fucking go anymore.
Right.
Because the invites aren't there as far as press or anything like that. They don't give out the tickets anymore, or they just priced everybody I know out and they go, it's just not a thing.
Right.
I had a friend reach out to me that she said, yeah, my kids are getting into WWE. And I saw that they're going to be at the Honda Center in a little bit and was asking like, are you going to go? Cause maybe it'd be fun if we all go. 20 minutes later, cause I hadn't responded to the text. 20 minutes later, she looks up tickets and she goes, what the fuck?
Is that
in
the pond?
Nosebleeds?
Is that the pond? Is that Anaheim, the Honda Center?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
She goes, the nosebleeds are like $400.
Jesus Christ.
And these aren't the like, secondhand
Right.
Tickets being posted. It's just like, these are flat out the prices.
And is that a TV taping or a house show?
I don't know. It really didn't matter.
No, 100%
at
doesn't
that
matter
point.
for fucking nosebleed seats. I think we paid $36 for nosebleed seats to go, you know what I mean? Like to go to the SmackDown on Long Island when I was young. And we were mad that was so expensive. We were like $80 for two of us. Jesus Christ. Who has that kind of money? That's almost $100. By the time we buy drinks.
I've been to WrestleManias. I've sat fucking second row. I paid for my ticket.
Yeah.
Like I've paid hundreds of dollars.
Sure. And that's like a lot, but that's what you expect for that caliber of show, the big deal show, the special occasion. You got a commemorative seat thing. You got to, you get all the perks and the whatever.
I got an advertised card that was like, hey, here's what's coming.
Right now I'm literally raising money for my movie. And the first step is for a specific a piece of equipment that I need. And I'm trying to get to the 3,000 mark because I'm trying to, just offset my own cost, right? I could make that 3,000 into a career based on what I do with what I buy with $3,000. I'm not saying don't pay for experiences, because experiences are an incredibly important part of human society and our life and our memories. But paying $3,000 for any event, let alone third row to a wrestling show, to me seems like you have to have like some sort of mental problem in order to, like, it's got to be a flex of some sort. Like you want it because it's $3,000.
Are you saying the buyer?
Yeah.
See, this is what bums me out, because I certainly understand the fandom of, if you're at this peak fandom and you're like, holy shit, like it's in my town. I live in Indianapolis or nearby. It's there. It's seen as last year. Like there's some things like this could be really cool. Okay. $3,000. All right. But I bet it's going to be really fucking awesome because I'm in it right now. Like I'm a year or two into wrestling and I'm in it as much as I can be. And I'm totally fucking psyched. It's so exciting.
Sure.
And then you throw down that $3,000 because you're like, I'm in. I'm totally in, and I'm a fucking fan. The chances of that show living up to that dollar amount is so fucking low.
Yeah.
There's no, like, they're not coming in with dream matches. There's not a scenario where you're going like, this is the show that's going to show me something that has never existed and will never exist again.
Right. Yeah. You always talk about Rock Hogan and you're like, that's the fucking be all end all for me. And I'm like, that doesn't, does that even, one, it doesn't exist anymore, but two, like,
it does.
Okay. All right. Maybe it does.
I think there are some that do exist, and you call some people out of retirement. There's still possibilities of something like that happening.
But for $3,000, would you have paid $3,000 for that?
No.
There you go.
I would have been super bummed that it was $3,000. I would have certainly spent some time like scrambling in my brain, going like,
how do I make it work?
Could I ever? And then it's like, no, it's just not even. It's not even fucking possible.
Right.
So the consideration of, I believe WWE is in a mindset right now of like, Well, hey, if they're willing to
100%.
pay it,
That's what I mean. Late stage capitalism. Like the stadiums aren't empty. So why would you lower your prices? You know, like,
right. Well, you would lower your prices because I think someone needs to be smart enough to go on the opposite end to go, yeah, but what about for all the other people? And we're only talking third row with $3,000. You should be talking $6,000 for the front row.
Of course, yeah.
And then like nosebleed is 170 for limited view, so you can't even fucking see the show. Up in the nosebleeds,
right on the corner where the big post is, so you can't see the ring. Yeah, you're getting paid to hang out with a bunch of people and watch it on the TV in front of you.
So you gotta really ask the question of what about all the people that are not willing to pay that dollar amount?
Sure,
that's really what's key, because it does go back to the old time. All the fucking carnies of the day would still have an appreciation for those families. Took the time. They go, it's Saturday night. Okay, we're going to get the kids. We're going to round up. I worked all week. This is the break. This is the escape. We're going to spend $20 and we're going to buy 4 seats. Right. And we're all going to go to the show. Right. And we're going to buy popcorn. And we're going to do this. They're going to take the time to do everything because this is what they worked hard to get to go do. And now it's just being exploitive and not considering the people that would want to go on the regular basis that live in Indianapolis or any of the surrounding areas to go, no, I'll fucking go if it's a reasonable price. But if you're pricing me out and showing me like you don't even want me here, that's going to cause resentment amongst fans. The people that go and then feel like I paid fucking $3,000, $1,000 for a seat. The show sucked. Right. Like if it's not a good show or disappointing, you lost them potentially. Right. Like you lost them as fans. So all this, we got them right now, is going to, in my opinion, potentially crash so fucking hard.
Yeah,
it's not appealing anymore. And they are showing no consideration for the fans as far as like the live events was egregious for a while. And now they're doing it for, I feel, the people at home that hey, it's $5 a month. All right, it's going to be $8 a month. They were doing Netflix. Like we're paying a couple of things per month. Now it's 30 for this. And it's over here and you're just going to keep gouging and you just moved up the timeline of, oh, now we're moving to ESPN immediately. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, there's always times are tough amongst anybody.
Sure.
Amongst any different parts of the countries. And
like, the bubble's going to burst. Make like no mistake about it. This is how this works. Whether or not it ultimately affects their bottom line when it does, because they'll just course correct. That's what they've done. It's the reason they've succeeded as a company for as long as they have. And they'll never be punished for charging what they're charging now until the arena starts being empty. And when the arena starts being empty, they'll bring the cost down. And what they'll probably do is they'll probably like sliding scale it. So the front seats won't get any cheaper, but the cheap seats will get cheaper. You know, like they'll lower the bottom end, but they'll keep the high for as long as they can. And eventually maybe it levels out and stuff becomes generally affordable again until they feel that demand is greater than supply again, until they feel like every show is selling out because people want to show up, and then they realize, okay, we can start lowering it. It's just fucking this constant capitalistic push-pull of supply and demand, and like they're going to get away with it for as long as people are willing to pay for it. So we can all bitch about how it's fucking absurd and it's rude and it's cruel, but they're a company. They're not, and then now forever together. No, fuck you're together. Like they're there to make money. That's what they want. Yeah, maybe every now and then one of the performers gets that warm fuzzy feeling when a little kid walks up and he hands him his fucking mask and they have that connection. And Ray is probably like, I fucking love my job. I touch kids and it's fucking beautiful.
Give me money. I need your money, Ray.
Yeah.
Pay me some back.
At the end of the day, the shareholders are like, cool, I'm glad Ray made that connection with that child. How much money did we make? You know, and it is what it is. It's fucking late stage capitalism. Yeah. Like, they don't, I don't know, dude. I get it. It's fucking expensive, but I'm not shocked, I guess, is, my ultimate point.
Yeah, it sucks because I feel like there is a healthy balance with any of this stuff. Like it's the ongoing show that never ends.
Yeah.
There's always merch. There's always new things. There's always new toys. There's always new games. There's always stuff. Right. So it's like, I feel ultimately when you're a company and you're going like, we like to have all your money, but here it's spread out. Give us the subscription.
Right.
Come to a live show or two.
Right.
It's going to be affordable. Buy a shirt or two when you're there.
Right. Here's an expensive collectible that's not quite a shirt, like a belt, special occasions. Maybe you buy it for a loved one for Christmas or, something that's like a big deal. Not everybody has one, even though when you go to the shows, it seems like everybody fucking has one. But, little things like that where it's like, yeah, I totally get it. Like
the lifer.
There's a variety.
For life.
Yeah. And there's a variety. You can be a fan and show your fandom at any income level.
Yeah.
Right.
That to me is I wish that reason was still present. Because when I see this, it's bigger than Bummer Slam in a way. Where it's just like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry. I feel like you're turning away so many potential new fans, like my friend's family, where she went, well, fuck that.
Right.
We're just not going.
Right.
Like, that's just not even in the question that it's an opportunity. Or the longtime fans that go, I'm fucking priced out. I'm not doing it.
And again, like Mass Llama in the chat says, busted out. I'm assuming he meant busted out. He just wrote busted my old DVDs. I hope he didn't break them. I'm assuming he meant.
Oh, no, he's one of those like,
yeah,
fuck Bud Light. No, fuck break.
Busted out my old DVDs today. Got enough from every era to feed any mood. Fuck this company. Like, I get it, Mass Llama, but I'm also like, I'm not that angry at it. Because again, this is just capitalism. This is the company. They're there to make money, and people are willing to give them the money right now, and so therefore.
But who are they?
I'm not gonna say fuck this company. I'm gonna say fuck this company for all different reasons. This is the one thing I get. If I was in control and people were paying this much money, I'd be like, yeah, why not? Let's put the prices there. Let's make the money while we can.
And I'd be sitting there going like, no,
yeah,
we need them for life,
right.
Jake. And be reasonable with
and
them.
You'd probably reason with me, and then our company would fail because we're too nice for this.
That's why it's that
$5 for all of this.
That's in large part, like, this is a conversation we've had kind of behind the scenes of like,
100%.
Hey, we saw the writing on the wall, and I'm like, I feel like we should make 2025 $5.
100%.
We had tiers going on, and we're like, hey, there's a higher premium price, and maybe we can do this, do that. It's like, man, fuck it. Let's just fucking make it cheap for people.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I guess all I'm getting at, Mass Llama, is I respect it, but I'm not that angry about that. About other things, very much so.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yes, sure. I can respect that.
Tim Redbeard says, I'm good. I will take my wife to Japan, the Philippines, and back with some money to spare than one night in the front row of a probably mediocre PLE. Fucking exactly.
Right, totally.
And he could probably also watch a wrestling show
while he's
Japan.
Doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. And still like walk away with some cash.
Right.
Like that's also the thing of, for everybody that's in a reasonable tax bracket, that we'd like to be in a higher one, that, there's more out there.
All right. I don't know how we get to this level of technology. We've got to be close. Okay. A live show that you can fast forward at, that you're at. I want to be in the second row and be able to go, I don't want to watch this, and then just skim through it. I don't know how we do that. Like, what level of cost is that? Who gets the remote control? How much money to get the show where, you fast forward and then like, oh shit, they got to fucking rush through this thing.
Jake, that does exist. It just doesn't exist for people like us.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, do you know what I'm talking about?
The Adam Sandler from the movie Click.
No.
Oh.
Beer.
Right. Good point. Good
that
point.
Is
the ultimate.
I fucking hate this. Go to the stand, buy a beer or two, come back. Hey, that's gone.
This is the best. And it makes whatever else happens afterwards more entertaining.
Yeah, because then you have your own fast forward button of beer.
Beer and drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, I commend more drug use at WWE shows. If you're going to spend $6,000 on the front row seats, you better bring mushrooms with you.
You want something that the longer the show, the more you can endure it, and it's okay.
Okay, I don't do enough drugs to know what that is, but I understand the intent.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's AEW, actually.
Okay.
Well, on some
Alrighty.
not so horrendous news, some exciting news, GCW Homecoming gets a big surprise during a match between Matt Cardona and Shotzi Blackheart for the Garbage Beer Championship. Killer Kross and Scarlet show up in ring, nutted Cardona, and slammed him through a door to help Shotzi win the The Garbage Beer Championship.
That's literally what it's called, the
Finally.
Garbage Beer Championship. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jealous.
No.
But it's all fucking work, and Dean Ambrose still works
Listen,
for
at
WWE.
any moment,
Y'all
I'll
just don't
believe
know
it
yet.
when I see it. All right. So yeah. So he did not re-sign his contract. Scarlet gets to be with him in a wrestling show, and it has to be GCW, I guess.
Well, he's announced other appearances, but people were certainly, skeptical that he was going to show up at them or what was going to happen. But GCW was unannounced and
good for that crowd.
Showed up out of nowhere, and he has a history with them, and they're a wild ruckus bunch. And plus, I certainly understand once you're on the independent scene, who do you want to be involved with?
Yeah, king of
Matt
independent hardcore wrestling. Matt Cardona. 1 second, I gotta let the doggies in.
That means he's got to put his balls away, everyone. They've been out this whole time because it's summer and it's hot, but still.
Hi. You want to come up? Okay. Do you want to come up on the lap? What do you think about Killer Kross and GCW? I think it's garbage wrestling.
That's why it's a Garbage Beer Championship. Okay. So yeah, it was, I don't know if you'd seen the clip of this.
I have not, no.
Crowd certainly erupts. They were very excited to see him. And I think, this is what we kind of talked about before, that he's certainly him and Scarlett are going to be riding this momentum of, we want what's best for this guy. We want to support this guy. It's, his story isn't based in, it's about the guy, not the company.
Right.
But whether people are realizing that, it's, we'd rather support the talent than the company of where he's at. So if he's in GCW, great, but people are just going to watch and tune in wherever he's at this point. So I think that's great news for him.
Yeah. And again, I think that if the whole thing with WWE was that they didn't want Scarlett and they just wanted him, and they are like, well, we kind of like doing what we do together, then I could see this being significantly more appealing to them.
Yeah, there's been some interpretations on it. He was talking with Ariel Helwani, and it sounded like they offered him a contract that wasn't amazing, and then was acknowledging him saying, like, you didn't give Scarlett one yet. And that was like, yeah, once we figure you out, then we'll deal with her.
We got to see how much money we're losing on you.
Either way, it's just like, no, man, clearly they're a package deal. This company deals with so many couples at this point.
Right. Yeah.
You're immediately acknowledging one is more valuable than another, which ideally in a partnership, they're probably going,
not great. Yeah. And
you value us different. You're not talking to us both at the same time. Like, just bad signs all around. And I'm sure he said in a promo post match that he what was it? Like, I'm going to fuck this up, but I had to walk away from my dream job, or I got fired from my dream job. So it's still acknowledging, like,
right.
I'd
rather be doing that. Yeah. I'd rather be there.
But this is what's going on.
Well,
so hopefully
good for them.
It's all going well for him and making the best of it. But if he's, Killer Kross again, I'm still unsure.
Oh yeah. WWE's got to own.
Not Carrion.
Yeah, they've got to own Carrion, I would assume.
Which, this is one of the better scenarios where it's like, we own Carrion. Okay, that name's not as good.
You named me Carry On. Okay, I'm literally just luggage to you fuckers.
Yeah. You think I got wheels?
Well, there you have it. Scott, it's been I think a couple of weeks since we've actually taken a hotline call, and I know we have at least one because they told us. Do you want to jump off the live stream and go take a hotline call? We're kind of running long here again. We should probably not dilly-dally. Alrighty. Once again, before we jump to the hotline, thanks to those joining us for these live streams. We really appreciate you guys. I think having some interaction just makes the shows a lot more fun, at least for me. I don't know if they're the same for Scott. Scott probably hates you all. But I enjoy it. And we must, of course, acknowledge our current PWP champ, Gilbert Short. Gilbert Short will defend that title next week So get in the Patreon, get your name in that championship battle royal. And next week we'll have
we got a prize package at the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's coming up. Cena's going to be gone, and you're going to get a prize for it. For him leaving forever.
All right, we're going to go take a hotline call. Scott Narver, say goodbye to the live stream.
Bye, everybody. Save your money.
747-666-5606. 747-666-5606. That's the number of the Pro Wrestling Palskis hotline. Or you can send a voice memo or a voice recording to hotline@pwpalskis.com, and we'll play it right here on the show just like this.
Hey Scott, hey Jake, this is Gilbert up in Mission City, and I don't know, I just have a little bit of a bone to pick with Triple H lately, just because, aside from the Brock Lesnar of it all and everything, and how that makes me want to jump off of a ledge, the world title seems like it's getting devalued on Raw, which is, it already has an uphill climb in terms of getting the respect or the sort of reverence that the WWE Undisputed title somehow has that name, and but it has the lineage, and like even the AEW title, which I also have issues with, feels like it's worth more now, and it's not because it's like the only title, but the way that's been jumping around lately really concerned me. I don't think that there was a reason to take the title off Jay, or at least put it on Gunther, because of the title match with Goldberg. I don't think anyone ever suspected that Goldberg was gonna win the title. So it just made that title reign, which he just lost at SummerSlam to CM Punk, only to lose it 5 minutes later to Seth. It felt like a meaningless change, and I don't understand why that happened. Maybe you guys can make sense of it. So what did you think of how that title's been jumping around? Do you think Jay should have lost it all? Maybe CM Punk should have taken it from Jay. Maybe Seth should have taken it from Jay. Or am I just kind of seeing problems that aren't there? I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks, guys. Have a good week. Bye.
Gilbert Short, talking.
The champ blesses us with his
current PWP champion, unhappy with championships. Yeah, of course, because none of them are the PWP title. That's the real short answer. I think that they definitely wanted Seth to cash in on Punk, because that's the story between the two of them. And I don't think they wanted Punk to beat fellow babyface and Jay, because I think Jay losing to Gunther is better for Jay, because Gunther is the big scary monster and Punk is just another babyface. So
yeah,
I
but
kind of
Jay
like
was the guy who lost to Gunther over and over and over again.
Totally get it. Ultimately, I like Jay chasing the title more than I like him as the champion, so I didn't give a shit that he lost to Gunther, and I like Gunther, and I like Gunther as champion, and I like Punk beating Gunther in the way that he beat Gunther, and I like that match, and so it's kind of, at the end of the day, I'm just sort of like, yeah, I liked how everything happened, so it doesn't bother me as much, but also I'm not a big, like, Jay Uso must be champion because he deserves it guy either. So maybe I'm just the wrong person.
So just Jimmy gets everything with a kid.
Big
and
Jim.
His wife as champion.
Big Jim.
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah. Getting bigger and bigger by the day, Jim. Who's really pregnant, am I right?
Are you saying that he's a little Cassisono?
Oh, he's got a long way to go
he
before
gets
that title.
Oh, no.
My spirit animal.
I love him so much.
Especially these days. Good Lord.
Oh, shit. Next month is my watch-alongs. We're just going to watch all Cassisono matches. Too bad we can't find him anywhere.
I'm going to eat all throughout those.
Oh, man. I totally want to do that. Cassisono September.
Oh, no. Up there again.
Oh, no. Hi, Bookie. You want to come back up here? Anyways, thoughts?
I'm in the camp of Gilbert a little bit here on this one. When it comes to it just feels muddled overall. Right. When it was it felt like we hot-shotted this back to Gunther because Goldberg's going to fight Gunther, so we're putting more on the line. Like,
right, I forgot about the Goldberg part of the story. Yeah, that part of the daisy chain does make it seem like, well, we wanted him to title, we wanted to be Goldberg. Yeah.
we could have just had a cool match with Goldberg
Sure.
and
Gunther. Right?
and Gunther, and can Goldberg take out this guy one last time? And when you ultimately have to address all the stuff off camera, like Michael Cole says, well, Goldberg told me if he wins the title,
Right.
well, won't that be interesting? Cool. He didn't say it on camera. So
Right.
it all just felt a little muddled. And while we were going through it, I was always of the mindset of like, I think it's gonna probably make sense. So it's gonna work out. It didn't really work out.
Right.
So yeah, I see your point too of, do you really want CM Punk to take it off Jay? When you have the history of Seth Rollins being the guy to cash in to make it a 3-way at WrestleMania, might as well have done that anyway, right? Like have the match of mutual respect and going like, hey, I'm going to take it from you. I know that this is your thing, but I want it more than you.
Right.
And you got 2 fucking nights. It doesn't fucking matter anymore.
Right.
And, but I would say that ultimately the problem lies with the main concern is what is going on with the World Heavyweight title. It is a secondary title, and Gilbert's seeing it for a guy who advocates of like, you can have 2 world champions. It's fine. I think what's also muddling things is just Money in the Bank.
Right.
It's run its course.
Right.
It's just, there's so much of the vast majority of all these cash-ins are, they just do it in the moment. It's not a match that's set up down the line. There's not an honorable challenge. It's just a gotcha moment. And we've seen it, and it devalues so many things overall. Yeah, they become champ. They weren't victorious in a match. It's the experience points thing going back to D&D where it's just like 3 ways, 4 ways. If people aren't eliminated in process, if you just got to win over a couple people, you're not ultimately higher up in experience points. You're not ultimately of higher value.
Right.
You're just kind of look, you got it. You snuck in and you got the world title for a little bit. But since you cheated so badly, you could probably lose it very easily.
I think that it's okay to keep Money in the Bank, but I think there should be a single Money in the Bank match every year, and every year it should alternate between a men's year and a women's year, so that there's only a women's Mr. Money in the Bank every 2 years and a Mrs. Money in the Bank every 2 years, like the Olympics. That way it at least it's fresh in the specific landscape of those champions, because it does sort of feel like there's always a Money in the Bank. There's never not a Money in the Bank lingering. And so that's my way to fix that. Without losing the Money in the Bank like pay-per-view and the special night of it. It's just, this year it's about this division, you know?
Right.
Or
the men have to try and win titles other ways.
Right.
Like it's just
right.
You could even extend. Well, this seems goofy to be like, now you have 2 years to cash it in.
Oh,
like,
right.
Nah,
no, yeah, it's the same problem of there's always being one. Yeah.
Right.
Well, thanks for the call, Gil. And sorry you're cranky. I know what it's like. But
it's Tim Redbeard's birthday, champ. So just, for God's sakes, please.
All right, let's see what Mas Lamo's ramblings are about. What do you say?
Hey there, guys. This is Mask Llama of the Legendary Fighting Federation. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Evil Uno and Mystery Wrestling. Don't know if you've talked about this in your latest show or not, but they did a almost 22-hour-long match to raise money for Fight Cancer, Canadian group raising money to research to fight cancer. And yeah, they Twitch streamed the entire thing, and it went for about 22 hours, and they raised over $30,000 for Canadian dollars for charity. So yeah, just wanted to give a shout out to Evil Uno. It's great that wrestling fans are able to come together and do something like this. And they did not set an official record. Guinness wanted $17,000 to document it. So it's an unofficial record, but it's all clearly videotaped. It's not the best match if you want to go look it up, but it's there. Anyway, have a good day, y'all. Bye.
Mas Lama, I'm going to say that you did not ramble at all, and it was very coherent, and you did not properly sell how bad that call would be, personally. Okay, you lost us in the very beginning immediately. Oh, shout out to Evil Uno and somebody else, and we both, Scott and I, made a face. And then you were like, who wrestled a 22-hour match? And then we made a bigger face. And then you went to raise money for cancer. And we're like, oh, okay. All right.
Yes,
fine.
you did.
Yes. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. That sounds like a fun way to do it. I like that he's like, not a very good match. Yeah. I am curious. Was it a one-on-one match? Rules?
Was there one fall?
Exactly. That's what I mean. One fall. Because were they like, hey, we're going to wrestle a match, and we both know each one of us sucks so equally that neither one of us will be able to get a win. So we know we can do this for 22 hours.
Was it they were wrestling until cancer was cured?
Or like maybe it was like a marathon thing where for every hour that they raised X amount of money, they'll go another. That's like we used to do those sorts of things at old podcast I was a part of, where it would be like,
sure,
like you pay for the next hour if we hit this goal.
We talked about doing that in the past, like doing some sort of marathon of raising money for something, and it just never worked out time wise. And we also always question like the interest level of. Yeah,
I don't know that we would get 1 hour and be like, all right, well that was it. Nobody else wants us to talk more. Couldn't raise any more money.
It's certainly admirable that they were doing something to raise charity.
Totally.
I don't know. I'm trying to say nice things, but all I want to do is make horrible jokes.
You know what, Scott Narver, I also think to immediately make a joke, but this caught me at a, dare I say, a good time, in that just this past week was a day that has become known as Do More Good Than Bad Day. It is would have been the 43rd birthday of a friend of mine from back on the East Coast who died in 2020 of colon cancer after fighting a very years and years long battle. And so every year on his birthday, those who love him through the Instagram account We Are the Eric with a C, not a K, try to post memories and reels and raise money for the cancerlifeline.org, which was the charity of Eric's choice. And so I think this week I've been thinking a lot about Eric, and I've been thinking about this. And so like he got me in a sweet spot where I'm having a hard time being a dick about this. I want to be a dick about it because it sounds real fun to be a dick about it. But in this moment right now, thinking about Eric, thinking about this, I'm like, okay, you know what? Good on you guys. Good on you guys.
It's a 30,000.
30,000. That's no chump change.
No, that's
that's more money.
It's coming. It's more money than you should be paid wrestling anyway.
I was gonna say that.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I will say in a very nice way, Evil Uno and his opponent, whose name I forget, whatever clothes they wore, whatever boots they wore, the mask, all that stuff.
Yeah. Throw it away.
Do not put that up for auction or anything else. You need to burn those for 22 hours and you wrestled and sweat in those. Like those gotta go.
Right.
Those have got to go.
I mean,
no
here's
dry
the thing.
Cleaning can save that shit.
30,000. Are we sure WWE didn't put this on and that was just for 4 front row seats?
Yeah, that's great. That's great that they did that and they got the audience for it. So like, awesome. That's awesome. And if they didn't cure cancer, you can blame Evil Uno.
Yep. Thanks for bringing that to us attention, Maslama. Thanks everybody. Once again, call on the hotline 747-666-5606 or send a voice memo or a voice recording of your choosing to hotline@pwpalskis.com. That'll do it for the program today. Scott Narver. Next week, we've got a championship battle royal. Next month, we've got the Watch Along Wednesday month that I plan, much to Scott's dismay.
Whoa.
A lot of fun stuff coming. Scott Narver, but we have to thank our current Patreon Palskis for making it all happen.
We do. Record holders are amongst it, and I guess we gotta also give fucking $17,000 or whatever to Guinness to acknowledge what the fuck that.
Yeah, I forgot you mentioned that. I guess it's like because they had to pay somebody to be there for the 22 hours, and that's how much they charge. Maybe can I tell you? They were like, oh, we're going to do a long wrestling match. And like, oh, great. Who's going to be there? Is it going to be like John Cena, The Rock? And like, oh, it's going to be Evil Uno. And like, oh, let me look him up. And they looked him up and they're like $17,000.
Really? The rate on the website just says admission and we watched some snacks.
Yeah, we watched some footage. Oh, look, I found my ability to be an asshole after all.
There it is. There it is. So thank you to all of our Patreon Palskis: Adrian Avina, AJ0314, Alex Pierce, Alice Rader, Andrea Biller, Gilbert Short, the current PWP champ, Leonardo, Mass Llama, Michael Beltran, Mike Lucas, Oak Tree, Strong Style, Suicide, Tim Redbeard, Tom Hader, and Tony Griggs.
Thanks to each and every one of you for your continued support of the program. Would not, should not, could not do the show without you. We hope that you're enjoying your summer, staying cool. It's a hot one out there. And I guess that'll do it. Scott and Arver, anything else you want to say to the peoples before we say bye-byes?
Yeah, same thing. Like, just stay healthy, stay safe, save your money for appropriate things that aren't WWE, PLE.
How many months?
Second mortgages.
Hang on a second. What is third row is $3,000?
Third row is $3,000. First row is 6.
3,000 divided by 5.
Why 5?
Okay, you can get 600 months of the Patreon for one ticket.
Yeah, that's actually money not going to a corporation and some suits that you'll never want to cheer for.
Right.
This is money going to two schlubs that you go, they're okay at times. Boy, that one guy bothers me.
Which one is that, Scott?
Who's to say?
I know it's me. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. It's always a blast hanging out with you, the Pro Wrestling Palskis.
It's Dragon Wagon.